All right, good morning. It's Wednesday the 2nd, and I've got a client call right now. So we're going to meet on Zoom and do this client call really quick here. So it's not going to be quick. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to go to meet a friend who I met through the NICU. His name's Corby. I'm going to try and have Corby help me with fulfillment of the AdWords services. I had 2 meetings this morning. They both went awesome. The second meeting was a new client. The first one was an old client. The second meeting, we're starting ads. So that's the very first official launched product sale that I have this month so far. So that's great. Always like to get new clients. It's really, really important to continue to generate new business. So I think that that's really important. The one thing that I do all the time, every time I'm on a phone call with clients, and usually I'll do for my custom work, I'll do weekly meetings. It's really, really important that you're always selling. Like you have to master the humble brag so that you highlight what's working well, highlight the work that you've done, and make sure that everybody knows exactly what you're doing. Because so much of the work that I do is not like tangible. You don't have an actual product. You have sales and leads, which is great, but especially for startups that are like lead gen, and this company is not necessarily even sure what their ROI is because they don't have like a base to go off of. And so when you're figuring out what you're delivering and how to seem like you're providing value, it's really, really important that you're always selling your value, selling what you're working on, and making it look like you're doing a lot of work so that they feel like they're getting their money's worth. So that's just one thing that I wanted to say. But I'm going to go and meet with Corby now. Should be a good meeting. All right, I'm home now, and my girls are here. Here's my sweet Lily Billy. Hello.
Already on the 3rd book?
She's on her 3rd book in homeschool. Good job.
Uh-huh.
That's wonderful.
And I started at 9:44.
Wow, that's so good. Then we have Miss Madeline.
Hi.
How are you doing, sweetheart?
Good. She's on book number 2.
Nice.
Yep.
Book number 2. Work in school. You're going to make me a coffee?
Yeah.
Thank you, lovey. I'm so lucky because my girl's making coffee and bacon in the morning. It's wonderful. So I'm going to get to work upstairs, and I got a bunch of stuff to do today. All right, so that was a great meeting today. I'm going to have Corby help me with some stuff as I need work done. He's going to be good help with that. He's going to help me with the planner finishing that I'm working on, which is great. He's a really talented graphic designer, so that's going to be awesome. Right now, I'm going to get to setting up some LinkedIn invitation scripts. So it's been going pretty well right now. I think that the funnel that I have going that I'm going to be working on is the first message is introduction and warm up with an explanation of what I do and why we should connect. After that, it is a free trial offer of, hey, I'm running a promotion. I can help your practice generate 6 to 8 clients per week. Would you be interested and open to something like that? And then just ask for a response. If they respond yes, then go for the close. So I think like incremental steps with like step up in commitment and like a yes is the way to go with LinkedIn. A lot of times people go for the immediate sale where they send them to a link or a website and they ask them to make a decision, a call to action. But I think that especially for services, if you build out a conversation rather than just a conversion, it's going to help you to get more closed. And I think that that's what I'm going to be working for anyways. So I think it's going to be really effective. I'm going to shoot a video right now. It's going to be kind of like a rant video. I have a client that is frustrated because they say that their marketing doesn't have ROI. And the problem with that is, and they were asking for what the ROI on their ad spend was. They're not actually selling anything that's measurable. And so it's really frustrating. If you're doing marketing and you don't know what your ROI is, it's because you're probably not selling directly with your advertising. So what I mean by that is like this is a software company that does B2B wellness programs. And frustrating because we're not selling anything with our digital marketing. They have to close with their salespeople. So it's like our cost per lead is a better measurement of success and indicator, at least from like, I think having your work, and if you own a business and if you're going to be using a marketing company, you need to figure out what you want your objective to be. And with this one specific company, it's always been leads. What has our cost per lead been? How can we get more leads for cheap? How can we get high quality leads? And so we're getting name, phone number, email, and company name. That's about as good as it comes. The next step is that they have to be taken by the salesperson and then brought on. We're not selling a product. I have other clients that we're selling stuff directly, where it's you're going to buy a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, you're going to buy a conference package, you're going to buy a software package. We can measure ROI because there is the income. If there's no income, you can't measure ROI. You got to have, the funnel needs to be defined, and the objective is what you measure based on. So if we're doing leads, cost per lead, what is our cost per lead? Are they quality? What is the feedback from the salespeople? That kind of stuff. So I know I'm kind of ranting here, but it always grinds my gears when it takes time and effort and energy to set up the systems that you need so that you can measure what your ROI or your return on ad spend is going to be. That's just how it works. You just can't say, okay, especially if you're doing multi-channel marketing where you're doing AdWords and Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, like everybody is, attributing sales to specific funnels, unless you have tracking set up, it's difficult to do. And it's not going to happen on its own, that's for sure. So you got to set it up, take the time to set it up and actually make it work. Don't just guess and try and figure out everything. So, I know I'm ranting. I got to get to work. All right, I got to go run errands right now. I'm not able to finish work right this minute because I have to go do banking and junk like that. So I'm going to go and run some errands and then head back home. Get back to work. It's time to get to work. Got to get deals closed. All right, so I'm back to work right now. I'm sending out my linked helper stuff. I'm going to show you how that works in this vlog, and I'm going to do a screen record. But over here, right in this section, I have a helper. Hello, my helper.
Hi.
How did your school go today?
Good.
That's good. What are you watching, kiddo?
Love YouTube. Guess what? The scientist hired Team Rocket, who was a good one.
Nice. Okay, so here we go. Audio sounds. All right, so I'm on LinkedIn. This is Linked Helper, and this is the Linked Helper tool, Chrome extension. If you go to, I think it's linkedhelper.com, you can take a look. This is the thing. You can try it for free. It's a full focus, not full focus, but full feature trial that you can use. So it works pretty dang good. So what you do here is you go and you search for, once it's installed and run and everything, you search for the job or title that you're looking for. So I look for, right now I'm looking for veterinary practice managers. I go to connection seconds, apply, and I have invitations sent to a bunch, but what I do here, this is the Linked Helper extension. I bought the year thing. It was really cheap, and it's actually really good. We're going to collect second invitations. So I did seconds, and I'm going to do United States only, apply. I could do elsewhere, but I just don't like working with people that are in different time zones. So I'm just going to collect. Oops. I don't want to actually collect. I'm going to collect this. Stop. That's for message to first connections. So I have a group here on LinkedIn, as well as having a pretty solid profile with a bunch of connections. Right now I have 3,838 connections. So once this collects here, what you do is you just hit this button right here, which says message. And then we have to change it. This is all the different things it can do. It can do auto visiting, in-mail to second and third contacts. It can select and invite second and third contacts. So I'm collecting right now. I've already collected 427. I've been doing this every single day to get more connections, and I'm going to start messaging my first level connections once I get my landing page built out. Now I already have quite a few connections that I've been networking with. I've got 2 new entry-level offers that I have going out this week. I have another proposal for a $2,000 a month marketing gig. And then I have another one that's volume-based for AdWords with the $500 minimum plus 20% of ad spend. And so those are all outstanding right now. So my goal is $12,500 a month extra in agency revenue. And so I think I'm well on my way here. If I hit these things, I'll probably be at 35 or 40% of my goal for the month. I definitely have 4% done, which is cool because we're in the second day of the month. So I'm on track to hit my goals and my numbers. But I need to really get this going. All right. Somebody's at my door. All right, so that was Amazon Fresh that stopped by, dropped off some stuff. But here's what works inside of this. So now we've collected all of these practice managers. You could use this for any kind of position. You got to think about who is the gatekeeper or decision maker that's going to let you in to get your foot in the door. And I know that these people are interested in getting more clients, so that's what I'm going to be focusing on. So now we have the collection tab, then we have the message tab. You are limited on characters. Here's what I have. I'm just introducing myself. You need to do 295 characters or less. I got 294. Solid. Close it up. Message looks great. Now we're going to hit invite. And it sets to how many people you can do. So far I've got 327 invited. I've got to do 100 more. So I'm going to hit stop and then start. So it's going to start inviting people that I've collected here. You can segment your lists based on the people that you've collected. So now it's running through. And this is actually running a script that's like handling my browser. So that's kind of crazy. I think that's why this doesn't flag you as spam. I'm sure this is not necessarily along the lines of the terms of agreement. I think if you do anything that's like spammy, they're going to blacklist you. I've been blacklisted before. What I was doing was going through and just mass connecting with people, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what I was doing there specifically. So I'm going to pause the screen record, and then I'm going to get back on the camera. Okay, so with LinkedIn, they limit how many times you can send out invitations. Depending on how many people you have pending out there, they will cut you off from inviting more. But the way that you can get around that is by removing and withdrawing the invitations that you have out there right now. So you can create all these connections. If you start to get too many responses that, hey, this is spam, then you will get stopped. In the past, people did not want to connect with people that they didn't know. So this is like 3 years ago. I had been working on just generating. That's actually how I got started in podcast. Was I was focusing on messaging people in LinkedIn in the veterinary industry because my friend launched a software company and I helped him market it. That was like my first foray into the veterinary industry. And so, I was just sending out invitation requests, and then people would say, I don't know this person. And that happened so many times that they said, you're not allowed to send any invites for 30 days. And so that was a bummer. I really backed off at that point. But LinkedIn has really changed. It's not the same as it used to be. People are actually using it more like, I think, Facebook in general, that they're accepting invitations from people that they don't know. I think Facebook has actually switched. There was a time there when people were just mass inviting, following people they didn't know and things like that. But you're being a lot more selective on Facebook and now less selective on LinkedIn because it just is kind of like a business networking spot now. And everybody kind of has the understanding that this is a place to network and meet people that you're going to work with. So the cool thing that I like about Linked Helper is you can export contacts. So you can actually get their name, phone number, email. That's a big feature. That's very, very important. I'm sure that's going to go away at some time here in the near future, just because of all the privacy stuff that's going on. And It's like a big deal. So that will be going away. So if you're thinking about using LinkedIn, as often as possible, export your lists. LinkedIn actually used to have features where you could export the list directly from LinkedIn with all your contact data. They don't let you do that anymore. It was December 7th, 2018 was the day that stopped working. So a tool like Linked Helper lets you extract that though. So it's a script that works as a scraper, and it has to manually go through, and so it takes time, right? So I've done, it goes basically 1 per minute. So it takes 100 minutes to do 100 invitations. That's how it keeps you from going. But it's interesting because it's actually like typing out the message that I'm sending there. So it's definitely some kind of a script that's running. So it's just interesting. But I think it's working really well, and I'm happy with the results so far. I can't wait to get this traffic moved into my Facebook group, moved into my LinkedIn group, and then also into my landing page. So my method isn't just going to be straight for the sale. I'm going to go and then offer value, offer free trial, and just follow up and engage and nurture and build relationships. So I think it's going to be pretty good. Yesterday I posted a very long blog post that was about the impending economic collapse. That's the dramatic way to say it. But I wrote a blog post about how I think that the economy is going to start slowing down and that you need to get your veterinary practice ready. So far, it's had tons of engagement, and it's doing really well. I'm going to use that piece as like, hey, it's time to start building your list. It's time to start getting ready. So I'm going to use that as a segmenter for the content that I'm going to be following up with. I think that that's super relevant and a good way to just create segmented retargeting lists, right? So people are nervous about the economy, they're nervous about building their list, and then it's time to start building. And here's what I think is going to help. And the thing that I think that I'm most excited about this is I truly think that I'm going to be able to help so many practices avoid major pain in this next recession. So I think for pretty much every small business, if you are a small business and you're concerned, if you're an agency, whatever it is, figure out who your core clients are that aren't going to abandon ship when times get tough, that are going to need your services, love your services, be a hardcore fan for you. And that's going to help you to get through with a lot less pain. I'm sure everybody's going to feel the tightening, but I think if you're ready, you have your funnels and systems in place, you're going to be light years ahead of everybody who's just been coasting on the growth of the economy, which has been a lot of people. So going to get back to work. I've got to build some funnels. 3 o'clock right now. I'm going to definitely be working tonight. I've got to be working on courses and stuff, but I think that's probably going to do it for today. So if you like these videos, be sure to subscribe. If you're watching, tell me where you're watching from, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. I'll see you on the next vlog. Take it easy.
Whee! Are you going so high? Hi. Hi. Say wee, Daddy. Oh, that's a good face. Again, Chell.